Hey, welcome to Peacock Girl Cosmetic Reviews. I am going to do the other half of my review on the Real Techniques brush line. For a lot of you, this may be uber redundant, but I want to tell you a little bit about the line. This is the logo for it, Real Techniques, and it is Samantha Chapman, who's a Londoner and a blogger and a vlogger and a mom and a celebrity makeup artist. It is her brush line. It came out like March 17th, so it hasn't even been 2 months yet. It's brand new. And all of the brushes are, she's a vegetarian, so all of the brushes are completely synthetic, and they have hand-cut Taklon bristles, and then they also have aluminum bases. They're all really well labeled. There's the beautiful Real Techniques logo. And on the back, they all have what the brush is. And then on the back of the packaging as well, I wanted to show you, it is really, everything is really clear and instructional, and Sam's all about teaching you how to use beauty products to create the best looks. This brush line is unbelievable. I love Sam, but I didn't let that cloud my judgment. It is affordable. It works perfectly. Every single brush is amazing. This is the first time I've ever done a review where every single product in the entire line was a good buy. Even with MAC and Laura Mercier and Tarantino, and I mean, you name it. There's always a couple duds, but the Real Techniques brush line, every single brush I highly recommend. They're affordable, they're so well made, and you can tell that Sam knows exactly what she's doing because every brush does what it's supposed to, which is a novel idea. So I'm going to do I have another video where I did this, the kit sets. There are 3 sets of brushes, and then there are brushes that are only sold on their own, and they vary in price from $5.99 to $9.99. And I'll put exactly which ones under the description box. And I do have written reviews for every single brush as well, but different strokes for different folks. Some people like videos, so I'm going to do a comprehensive real quick over these. So here are some of them. I always keep my brushes and glasses. The first one is the powder brush that I'm going to show you. And, you know, it says powder brush, of course. It is massive. It is so big. You can use it for all over your face, but it's marvelous for body work too. If you're doing a shoot, if you have models that need a certain color all over there, I mean, just fabulous. Arms, legs, everything. Wonderful brush. Oh, and because it's so big, if you want to use it the next morning, don't brush it that night. You need at least, I think the fastest time I've been timing it, and I think the fastest time that it dried for me was like, maybe like 16 hours. So it takes a long time at its fastest. I give it 24 hours if I know I'm going to need to use it. And then is the famous blush brush, which is so tapered. You can see the volume on that, but look how tapered that is. Which means, of course, you know, brush 101, which means, of course, that this part is going to be depositing the pigment the most, and then all of these are going to be blending, and this blush brush puts the blush exactly where it's supposed to go on your face. I was freaking out when I was using it. My husband thought I was nuts. I was like, no, you don't get it. It puts the blush exactly where it's supposed to go. It's amazing. So marvelous. Then the Stipling brush, which is fantastic for buffing and powder or highlighter, or I mean, honestly, anything. And I had one of my followers mention how they loved that the bristles were shorter on top, and I think that was a really good point. I agree with her. A lot of powder brushes, oh, this one's filthy because I've used it for blush, but see how long the bristles are compared to that one? So it's more flat and more compact, and is better at buffing as well as depositing pigment. Okay, next, the foundation brush. The foundation brush, its bristles, I figured it out. I couldn't figure out why this brush feels so different from the other ones. finally I realized it's because the diameter of each bristle of the tack-on fibers are a little bit bigger than all the other brushes, so they feel a little softer, but this worked wonders. I was quite skeptical because of how thick it is. I thought, oh, that almost feels like plasticky, and how's that going to blend? And it blends perfectly. It buffs and blends the powder or foundation or whatever right into your face. I always, after I have used foundation, always have to use a buffing brush or my fingers or something like that to work the product the rest of the way into my skin. This works it into your skin for you, and the angle is fantastic for all of these facial angles. So, okay, 3 more. Let me show you. This is the Lash and Brow Groomer. I am not a big fan of brow groomers like this end. I just don't use them. I use spoolies or toothbrushes, clean of course. But I don't, it works, but it's just not my style. However, the other side makes it completely worth $5.99. Check out this, you see that? Check out this lash comb. Like, you could kill someone or comb your lashes. It's a dual purpose. No, it's amazing. And see how thick apart it is? You use it like this. So it actually is quite safe. I'm just teasing because it's a metal lash comb. So it's not sharp. The top is dulled. But marvelous, marvelous metal lash comb. And then the only little brush that comes in solo in the Real Techniques collection is the shading brush. And it's a small little brush. It's kind of reminds me of a smudger, only it's a tiny bit more flexible and longer. And it works great for brow and lid and a little bit for contour, because it works a little bit for contour, but I wouldn't use it under my eye unless I was doing a really dramatic look with lots under my eye. But this is a good one too. These ones are $5.99, and so that just makes them even more worth it. This, you could easily pay 30 bucks for a brush like this, easily. I mean, and even go up to 60, just ridiculous stuff. Then, the one I'm saving for very last is the Kabuki brush. And this is very, very creative. In the Real Techniques line, in both the sets and the single brushes, I've found so many cool, new, intuitive designs. Not just that the brushes work better and that they're affordable, but they're always little things. Every time you use it, you notice a new little thing. This one's a big thing, but very, very intuitive. See, here's the brush. Now it's very, very fluffy. It's tapered, right, at an angle. So it's lovely for any kind of powder or even buffing in. It's quite, but this is the fun part. See this latch on the back? Open it up. It has a magnetic base that opens into a wider brush. So it's like a fluffy fan brush as well as a Kabuki brush. Unbelievable. So clever, Sam. I love it. Yeah, so you can do an entire sweep over your whole face with this, or close it up and do some more detailed work. So clever. So I think that's it. Those are the single brushes, and I have a different video with the 3 sets, and every single brush I recommend and would buy. So that I can say so 10 more times, I will probably let you go. Thank you so much for watching, and go to Ulta.com, buy some Real Techniques brushes. You won't regret it. They're fantastic. Thank you. Bye.